The story begins 30 years ago, where the government made a team of 5 superheroes who had different kinds of powers. The most powerful and brave was made the leader of the team, whose name was Captain Zoom. This team was made because 5 criminals, who were very dangerous and powerful, they ran away from the jail and attacked the whole world and wreaked havoc here. So at this time, these 5 superheroes were brought forward, who fought bravely against those criminals and used their powers to defeat them easily and save the world. Here it was found that Captain Zoom had the power to run faster than lightning, but he was just a normal human being, and because of his powers, the government made him a superhero, who later became Captain Zoom. Now Zoom had a brother in the team, who also had powers, but when the general felt that there was a danger of aliens attacking the Earth, then he decided to use radiation to increase their powers, i.e., the powerful rays, and then this radiation was tested on the whole team, in which Zoom was already more powerful, but this radiation had a bad effect on his brother. He became quite angry than before. He used to think wrong, and then he went on the path of evil. He then started thinking wrong about his team, that they have caused me a lot of damage. That's why he fought his own people and killed 3 superheroes. Now, when Zoom felt that my brother is crossing the limits of evil and has become very dangerous, then he fought his brother and defeated him and put him in such a place in the mountains where he could never come out. But now, after 30 years, Zoom had lost his powers and started living like a normal human being. And now, after 30 years, a scientist found out that where Zoom had imprisoned his brother, he was ready to leave. The surprising thing is that in so many years, neither did he die nor did he grow old. He was still young. The reason was that he was very powerful, so fast that he left time behind. Now the scientist was worried that Zoom's brother was as powerful as before, and with those powers, he would come out and fight his brother to take revenge and destroy the world. And Zoom has lost his powers. So to compete with him, the general decides to prepare a team of his own superheroes of the children, who also have amazing different kinds of powers. But they only had 12 days, because after 12 days, Zoom's brother will come out of there. Obviously, this time was less so in such a short time. No one could train the children well except Zoom, but the general also knew that Zoom would never agree to this, so he somehow ordered to bring Zoom here, even if he was forced to. On the other hand, Zoom was living a normal life as Jack. He only had so much power left, so he used to prepare coffee with his finger by stirring. Now here, the scientist and his partner, the doctor, came to Zoom to take him. They said that you have to prepare the superheroes, but he refused by saying that there is no need for new superheroes in this world. Because the world is safe, there is no danger here, and they knew that Jack would not agree so easily. So the scientist gave him an injection to make him unconscious. He put it on his chest, which made Jack unconscious, and they brought him with them. Here, the scientist and the general decided that we will not tell anything to Jack about his brother, because when he will come to know that my brother is alive, then he might get excited and not fight with him. After this, we were shown the small new team of superheroes, in which the youngest was a 6-year-old girl. She had the power to pick up any heavy object easily. Now she had this power, but she wanted to pass the superhero test, for which she had called many children for the test. In the list, there was a 16-year-old girl who had so much power in her mind that she could just pick up anything with her mind and do it from here to there. The rest of the kids in the school used to bother her. That's why she wanted to join the team of superheroes. The next one was a boy who had the power to disappear. He used to enjoy taking advantage of this power because he used to disappear again and again and used to surprise and get happy. There was a 12-year-old boy who had a different power. He could make any part of his body bigger. Now, when Jack came to his senses in the lab, he was given 2 options. The first is to train the team of superheroes. Secondly, if he doesn't do this, he will be sent to jail for false accusations. Now, Jack has to agree here because he didn't have any other option. Now, Jack meets the scientist's partner, the doctor, who was crazy about him because of him being the Captain Zoom. She was his fan, and crazy enough that she had read all the books books about Zoom. Now, when Jack was shown the team of superheroes, he was very surprised and said, "What is this, little children? I have to prepare the team of superheroes. This is the team of kids to play. What are you making me do?" On which the scientist tells him that although they look like kids, but they have unique powers. Saying this, he tells him about the power of every kid. The doctor also tells Jack that you have to train these kids so that their powers increase even more, because we can't use that radiation on them, because obviously they are kids, so it can have a bad effect. After this, all the kids came one by one and started showing their powers. Like a kid could blink his eyes fast. So someone was so intelligent that he became a master in studies. After which, finally, those 4 kids were chosen to become superheroes, whose powers I have told you. Now it was found that only 9 days were left for Jack's brother to return. The scientist and the general talked to each other. Here he was very happy with the team of kids, but at the same time he was also worried that will Jack be able to train the kids in such a short time? The general wanted to see the kids get ready so soon, that he was ready to test the radiation on the kids, but the scientist refused to do this so that there would be no damage. Now in the beginning, the kids did not pay much attention to Jack, just thought that he will train us, but when the doctor tells everyone that Jack is the captain, Zoom, all the kids were very happy because they were also his fans. They came running to him except for the one who disappeared, because he still had a doubt on him. Now Jack, the scientist, and the doctor together started looking at the kids' powers. The girl who lifts waste was only 6 years old. She lifted the heaviest weight and surprised everyone. But Jack did not like that girl here because she used to talk a lot. She used to talk to Jack all the time. The missing boy was bothering them a lot. Whenever came to see his power to him, he disappeared. Now one day, Jack asked the doctor, "Why do you want to train the kids and get them ready?" But the doctor did not tell him anything, not because she wanted to hide something from Jack, but because she herself did not know the truth, that Jack's brother was coming back. Now the doctor has a meeting with everyone. She says that the kids are showing their powers. They have 1,000 times more power than that. They are just stopping their powers with the help of their brains. Jack also tries to participate in their meeting, but he is thrown out of there by the guards. Now the scientists introduce Jack and the kids to their special doctor, who was not a human, but a robot, which is specially made to support the team of superheroes. Now Jack was very happy to meet the robot doctor, and he took him and the kids to a very old place, where they had a very big spaceship. Jack secretly puts the robot doctor and the kids in the spaceship, and he goes out of there to enjoy, where they ate very delicious food with the help of the robot doctor. Because of its machine hands, it brought fast food and ice cream for them. But soon the news came on TV because someone had put a video of their spaceship on the internet, which made everyone think that the aliens eating fast food and ice cream have been attacked on the Earth. But when the scientists and doctors found out that this was Jack's work, they felt very bad, as he was the Captain Zoom, so no one can say anything to him. Now when Jack was sleeping, the girl who was lifting the weight came to him and woke him up and said that I had a very bad dream. I am scared. I want to sleep with you. Now Jack felt pity for her. The bed was small, so he did not let her sleep with him, but he tells her to sleep on the sofa lying nearby. But that girl was very smart. She pulled the sofa gently and put it next to the bed, and she lay on it happily, thinking that I will get a very good sleep here. I will not be afraid. The next day, the scientists sent all the children to a room where there were a lot of colorful balls that will be shot at the children, and the children will be given training on how to avoid bullets with a shot, where the children did their training very well. And then they also taught them to run on the runner so that they can learn to run faster, after which they did their strength training with Jack. Although their strengths were increasing, but still a lot was left. Now after all this training, all the children got very tired, and they come to a place and start talking. The missing boy says that everyone cares about themselves, no one cares about children, and Jack is also doing all this for money. Now when Jack found out that the boy had said this, he went to his room, which was specially made so that he could not disappear from there. After going to him, Jack tells him about his childhood, about his brother becoming a superhero. The boy found out that Captain Zoom was the real brother who was imprisoned. After talking about his brother, he became very emotional. Then he took the boy out of the room for a while, because he felt that this boy had no other strength other than disappearing. So Jack tells him to close his eyes and pay attention to the girl who has the power of the mind. Where is she now, and what is she doing? He did this and really saw her. Where is that girl, and what is she doing? About which he told Jack that she is in her room and dancing. Now this is also a power of the sharp mind kind which is found in very few people. That's why such people are considered special. Because of this, Jack was very happy, and because this boy had 2 powers, so he makes him the team leader. Then Jack went to the doctor and tells him that the children are training very well, and you are also doing a very good job. Now, listening to this praise from Jack's mouth, the doctor filled up with joy. After this, the general and the scientist with their team reached the mountainous area where Zoom's brother was imprisoned. They were standing near the way from where he was sent, because they were sure that Zoom's brother would return from this way. Now here, the scientist had made a robotic trap. His whole plan was that he would throw Zoom's brother in this trap with the help of children, with which he would also be stopped, and he would come back in his original form. So whatever evil is inside him, which has made him bad, it will leave him forever. Now, when 48 hours were left for Jack's brother to come, then the doctor holds a party for all the children, in which everyone enjoys and dances. In this, the missing boy was dancing with the powerful girl, and Jack was dancing with the doctor. But then the general came and stopped all this. From there, enjoyment fades away. Now Jack sees that the radiation is being brought here. He understood that the same thing would be done with these children. What was done to me and my team 30 years ago. Radiation was also going to be tested on them. He also told the general that radiation is not good for children. Don't use it. But the general was not ready to listen to anything. He was adamant on his decision. But Jack could not let this happen. He woke up all the children in the middle of the night and told them the general's plan after bringing to a place. And here he also decides that I will save the children from this. This missing girl again used her brain. Her brain reaches the place where the scientist and doctor were, and she found out that all this was being done to kill Jack's brother because he is coming back, and he tells all this to Jack. Now, when he found out that my brother was alive, he could not believe it. He sent the children back to the general, and in anger, he starts questioning everything, on which the general says that your brother is alive, who is coming out in the next 2 hours. Jack begins to make the general understand. Despite the children have the powers, my brother is so dangerous that the children will not be able to face him. So please don't do this. Stop this mission. But here the general, instead of listening to him, he locks Jack in a room. There the doctor starts taking all the children to the scientist, but some of the general's doctors start following them, because of which the doctor blows hard, because of which all the doctors fly away. That means this doctor also had the power, so the doctor goes to Jack by taking the children. He also frees him and puts him in the spaceship, and all of them fly away. And the place where Jack's brother was trapped opens up, and he comes out of there. At the same time, his spaceship also reaches there when Jack leaves all the children inside and goes out to meet his brother outside. Now, because both were meeting each other after so many years, he could not recognize that Jack is my brother, that he is Zoom. His brother was young and powerful. Jack's age has grown, and he was also weak. Here Jack started trying to go near him and try to explain, but he just kept his hand on Jack's chest, because of which he flies away and falls very far. In the meantime, all the children also came out of the spaceship. As soon as Jack's brother looked at them, he lost his mind. Taking advantage of this, the scientist threw a robotic net at him. Now, when Jack's brother saw the net coming towards him, he, with the help of his hand, very easily threw it at the child who was lifting that weight. That net was about to take the child's life. That's when Jack activates up his powers, and with his full speed, he saved his life by removing the child from that place. That net collided with the wall, and the whole wall was destroyed. After which, Jack used his super speed, went to the lab in just 5 seconds, and came back wearing his suit. Now here the scientist tells them that if you throw Jack's brother in that robotic net, he will be same as he used to be, then do this work quickly. After which, the missing child went to him again and again, disappeared and distracted him, and the girl with the power of the mind took a lot of stones in her control, picked it up in the air, and threw it at his brother. The child can enlarge himself, enlarged his stomach, with the help of which he hit Jack's brother hard, with which he flew very high in the air. Seeing this, the child who can lift the weight attacked him many times through a pole and sent him to the doctor, who blows up, and he falls into that robotic net. In a while, all the evil came out of him, and he came back to his form. He came out where he was ashamed of his mistakes, but forgiving him, Jack hugs him, after which he makes a team of his new superheroes with the scientist, in which all these people were included. And now they sit here in their spaceship and flies back from there. They were very happy about their success, because their mission was completed, and they had saved Jack's brother from dying. They had made him a good person again. This decision was also made that radiation will not be used in the future. Only through training will the powers be improved. And now all these people are going to work with Zoom, who will fight any danger in the future. The film's story ends here.